Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to my Nexus 7 review, the second generation. Had an unboxing here 2 days ago. I've been using it pretty much exclusively, other than my phone, of course. And anyway, I decided to do a review on it. So I've been using the Nexus 7 here for a couple of days since the review. And you know, one of the things I look at in a device, and these are just my personal opinions. You know, if you want all the meat and stats and whatever, there's plenty of reviews out there. This is just a good old boy that I'm just giving you my personal opinion. You can take it with a grain of salt, whatever. This is just what I think. One of the things I look for is this something, I know this is a weird little scenario, but if I took a trip and this was the only thing I had, would I be okay with this? Could I, you know, do my photos and YouTube and emails and, you know, messaging, Google Plus, the whole deal, you know, Facebook, yada yada yada. Can I watch movies on it in the hotel room? Whatever, you know, the whole scenario. Could I live with this thing as my only source of a computer? And with the Nexus 7, I'd have to say absolutely yes. No problem whatsoever. Not to say it's without its faults, and I don't, it's not the Nexus 7 I see as faults. It's just the OS in general, compared to other devices. It appears to be almost like a work in progress. I find a lot of little glitches and bugs, little things, you know, that, you know, maybe other people wouldn't even notice. One serious thing that it does that drives me nuts is, you know, I'm going to put this video on YouTube, so obviously, you know, I'm going to get comments and you know, personal messages and God knows what else, you know, hate mail. You never know what you're going to get. But one of the things, Google's own apps, one app in particular, Google Plus. You know, somebody responds to a video or I want to post a reply. A lot of the times I can't do it. There is no way, you know, a Google Plus thing will come across and you go to hit reply. I just even give it a thumbs up or a plus, you know, a +1. It when you click on the person that made the post, it takes you to either there or my YouTube video, and even from there I cannot reply. I can't thumbs up, I can't +1 it, I cannot reply. I literally have to take my iPhone or iPad out to reply to the person. And it's not all the time, it's probably 50% of the time. So I don't know if this is something new to KitKat 4.4, don't know. But it just amazes me that Google's own products, you got to use a different manufacturer using their products on another device to make things work. Works absolutely flawless on my phone and iPad. I've seen, you know, glitches in apps where things don't line up. If you rotate it, it throws everything off. It just makes a mess out of things. Just little glitches, and it's just, there's just this, I don't know how to explain it. It's just this lack of smoothness. Third-party apps, the same app that you have on an iOS device, is just beautiful, you know, seamless, trouble-free, and it's like they threw it together to throw it on the Google Play Store. It's like, oh shit, we gotta have that same app on Droid. We need to do something quick. Keep hitting buttons here, sorry about that. But it's man, this is like the weather apps. The Yahoo thing is the same on iOS as it is here, but like Weather Underground, WeatherBug, they're terrible, absolutely terrible. They work so good on an iOS. You know, I know those aren't Google apps, but I'm just talking about apps in general. And let's be honest, the device nowadays, if you're buying a tablet, it's all about the apps. What the thing comes with out of the box. Look at an Apple thing. You got just enough stuff to get you by. And it's all about the apps. And I'm sure Apple wants it to be that way. And I'm sure Google wants it to be that way. They want you to go diving into their app store and start buying a bunch of stuff, which we do, and we all enjoy. It's fun, finding that next great app. But having to deal with substandard apps just is kind of annoying. I'm just used to things being very smooth and just working. And I find little glitches here and there. Not deal breakers, I am not, and by the way, I'm not going to send this thing back. I will keep this. It's it's a good device. It's a different world, so it's fun to play with. But a lot of annoyances, I shouldn't say a lot, but there are some annoyances that just seem shocking because they're so heavily, in this market to compete against the, namely iOS. Let's face it. I was supposed to have my camera connection kit stuff. There was an issue with shipping down in Portland, Oregon, so it's going to be here Monday. The case for this was coming Monday also, so I'll get it all together. But I did want to play with, uploading photos and whatnot to the device and playing with them. I did, I've got Snapseed and some other apps. I did purchase the Nexus media application. But yeah, it's speed-wise, thought it was supposed. The reports I was hearing is that it was the same as the. Oh, sorry, I got dirt on it already. It was the same internals as the Amazon Kindle Fire HDX 7. In a sense, it is, but it's not. It's not spec the same. It's another annoying thing. You can't turn this thing on with it sitting on the ground. Plus, you get the apps or the advertisements right up front. This one has a Snapdragon 800. It's I think it's a 2.2 gigahertz quad core. This one's what they call the Snapdragon S4 Pro or Snapdragon 600. It's a 1.5 gigahertz quad core. The Amazon, though it's kind of unfair to compare them because they really don't do the same thing, it does seem snappier. The speakers, the stereo speakers on that Amazon, absolutely phenomenal. It'll fill a room. It's like a Bose or something. This thing's fantastic. How it does that, I have no idea. But the speakers on the Nexus 7, very tinny. They just as well not even be stereo. They're not good. And doesn't get very loud either. Not that this one's real loud, but it's very clear and very room filling. And the Nexus 7 has a surround sound type features, a little bar you can. It doesn't even seem to make a difference. Very slight, but yeah, you gotta cup your hands around it to get the sound to bounce back at you. And if you hold it at all, you just mute it right out. It goes away. The speakers on the Nexus 7 are on the outer edges, and they're real small grills, similar to like when do you hear that thing pop? Every time I pick it up, the case pops. The speakers on the Amazon are up front, and the case is on kind of a bevel, so that when you set it on the ground, the speakers still work. In a sense, this does it, but it's so slightly on the edge, it doesn't bounce enough sound out. It works, but not as good as the Amazon. And even though this is the iPad Mini 1, the first generation, and it's just a dual core 100 or a 1 gigabyte, it's considered really slow by today's standards, especially compared to the new iPad Mini. Man, that new one is a smoker. But it's more fluid. I'm telling you, it feels snappier. Maybe it's just because it's so smooth, but it feels faster than either one. Well, maybe this is on par. The Nexus, you still get those little glitches, And it's funny when you see somebody trying to see if a Nexus is fast is they'll start wiggling things back and forth, And this one, it seems flawless, but opening apps, there seems to be a little lag there that you don't get with the iOS. Flipping through pictures, I've pretty much dumped everything on this thing. It's basically bone stock. But anyway, it's just a more fluid experience. And you pick this iPad up, and then you pick up either one of these, and this thing is like holding the crown jewel. It is just so nice. I mean, you instantly go, wow, that thing is so well built. So back to the apps. It's all about the apps. And there's nobody that can argue that the best apps out there is the Apple apps. I mean, the quality of them, the price of them, you just can't beat them. Now, people argue that, sorry about the furnace, people argue that with the Droid, you can manipulate the system on it. You can add all these little widgets and do-wad, dilly-wads, I don't really care about that. I just, when I open the thing up, I'm usually going to an app of some sort. When you open the thing up, you're not just going to open it up to look at the face of it. Now, granted, there's no email hooked up to this thing at all, but if you had emails, whatever, I like to see notifications when I pop up. That's cool. So it's sitting right there, and you can swipe to them and go into them, whatever you want to do. But generally, you're going into some app somewhere. So I don't really need to customize how everything's laying around on the screen, and I don't like the keyboard, so I need to download another keyboard. That's all great, fine and dandy. But really, you just want the thing to work. I just want it to work. I want to pick this thing up, check my email, Facebook, Google+, send an email, upload some pictures. I just want the thing to work. I want an app when I'm editing my pictures or editing a video to upload to YouTube on the device. I just want it to work. I don't care about all the whiz-bang widgets, That really doesn't matter. It's all about the apps. You're not going to beat what you're going to find on these. There may be a day. And they're, as far as app quantity and stuff like that, Droid, I mean, they're really smoking their way into it. But the quality of them, the majority of them, I'll just be blunt, they're shit. They're garbage. And you can get them from anywhere. You don't have to go to the Play Store. You can download them from websites and stuff. These are all very carefully monitored by Apple. And not in a bad way either. You're getting a good quality app. If the thing is flawed, Apple steps in. You can put anything you goddamn want on this thing, including bugs and whatever else, Kindle, there's ways to get apps on this thing. But why am I going to go through all that trouble to force something to work? Why do I want to fight to make something work? Why do I want to sideload, root things in? You know what? Windows 95, Windows 98, all those days, Linux, all that messing around I did, that's over. That was fun then. It's not fun now. I didn't buy this thing these devices. They're to make your life convenient and simple, and they add joy to you. It keeps you connected with the world. I don't want to fight this thing trying to figure out how I'm going to get Google Chrome to work so I can log in and sync my bookmarks. I'm not into that. Could care less. This thing's going back. This one, the case is real solid, no creaks. It doesn't creak when you wiggle it. This one has give to it. You actually feel like you could break the screen on this thing. I mean, it really has some give to it. Obviously, you're not going to bend this thing. If you bend this thing, you're in a whole nother world of hurt. But yeah, hands down, Apple absolutely wins. They know it. Most people know it. There's people that say, oh, the OS is getting old and whatever. Who the hell cares? If you don't like it and you're into hacking into stuff, freaking jailbreak your iPad. Just jailbreak it. Get it over with. Go in there and hack all you want. I just want something that's going to work. That is my personal opinion. I'm not trying to push you in any direction. I want to help you. Hopefully somebody that is new and looking at purchasing a tablet for themselves or for a gift for someone for Christmas this year will stumble across my video. And I'm telling you, unless you're a computer hacker and you want to go in there and manipulate a bunch of stuff, that's not going to work. This one you have the freedom of either using it as it is. Comes with plenty of apps on it. Plenty of apps you can download for it. Quality apps, not good. Some of them are not good. Apparently the ones I pick aren't good. I really haven't I haven't downloaded anything that was like, you know, Netflix and Hulu and Facebook. All those apps are pretty close to each other. For whatever reason, the Weather Channel has a totally different app for this. But you know, you kind of, even like Google Plus's app doesn't work as good as it does on the iPhone. How does that happen? How does that happen? All day yesterday, I'm having to grab my phone. I'm trying to make this Nexus work. And I'm trying to answer you guys' post. I can't answer you. It won't let me reply. But like at work, you know, I'm at work. It's a quick, you know, throw the thing down and go back to work. Never an issue. Never an issue. Google's own apps, Kindle's own apps work flawless on iOS. Of course they're going to make them work flawless on iOS. Apple's going to make sure it works flawless on iOS. So, call me an Apple fanboy. What's a new term I got today? An Apple bot. Well, so be it. It's my opinion. This was supposed to be a Nexus review, and I always seem to end up doing Apple reviews. But yeah, I'm keeping this. Overall, I do like it. You know, there's some bugs, but it seems like a work in progress. But you know, so be it. It's a different world. I like playing around in that. It's interesting. Plus, you know, I get things people going, well, you know, try this app or that app or do something on a Droid. Now, well, I don't have a Droid device. Now I do. I got something to compare it with. So thank you very much. A review of the Nexus, Google Nexus 7, second generation. Thanks for coming by.